Welcome to Build on Grit, the podcast where we talk with leaders who've built their businesses from the ground up and done it with resilience, grit, and a relentless focus on execution. I'm Joe Carter with Twin Flame Group, and today I'm excited to have with me someone who knows firsthand what it takes to thrive in the oil and gas industry, also known for being the guy that could tackle jobs that no one else would touch. Please welcome AJ Burk, co-owner and COO of B&B Roustabout Inc. AJ, welcome to the show.
Thanks, Joe. Excited to be here and talk about our journey.
Before we dive into B&B's story, let's start with something for listeners who might not know the term. AJ, what exactly is a roustabout in the oil and gas world?
Sure. A roustabout is essentially a multi-skilled oilfield worker. They're the backbone of field operations, handling everything from rig maintenance, site prep, equipment assembly, pipeline work, and even tasks like welding HDPE pipes or swabbing wells. They're adaptable. One day it's dirt work and site prep, the next it's helping with wellhead hookups or pipeline maintenance. A good roustabout team is what keeps projects moving safely and efficiently.
Exactly. And for anyone listening, it's a role that requires grit, long hours, tough environments, but it's critical to keep oil and gas operations running smoothly. So let's talk B&B. AJ, tell us how B&B Roustabout got its start.
It actually goes back to Justin's family. It was Justin's dad, one truck, and a small crew, taking on jobs in the oil field. They built a reputation locally for showing up, getting the job done, and doing it safely. Justin started working in the company early on. He was in and out from 2001 to 2003 as an operations manager, then came back in 2006 full-time. By 2015, he had stepped up as co-owner and CEO, expanding our services beyond traditional oil field work into civil and municipal projects.
That's incredible. And AJ, when did you come on board?
I joined in 2009 as an operations manager. Before that, I'd spent years in the oil field myself, running Merck's flowback as an owner, working rigs at Royal Well Service, and even operating heavy equipment with JRH. I've been in this world since the early 2000s, so stepping into B&B felt like the natural next step. In 2022, Justin and I partnered up officially, and I became co-owner and COO.
What does B&B look like today?
We've grown into a full-service outfit. We handle pipeline construction and maintenance, from HDPE pipeline fusion to valve assemblies, wellhead hookups, ensuring wells are connected and running smoothly, swabbing services, keeping wells producing efficiently, dirt work and site prep, clearing, grading, and stabilizing sites for drilling and infrastructure, welding and fabrication, especially HDPE welding to the highest standards.
That's quite the lineup. Let's take those one by one so listeners can hear how you've grown and innovated in each area. Starting with pipeline construction and maintenance, what's changed or improved at B&B over the years?
It's night and day from where we started. We've invested in advanced HDPE fusion equipment, better inspection protocols, and trained crews who can handle complex valve assemblies and longer runs with fewer joints. That's helped us handle much larger projects with tighter timelines.
Love that. Now, how about wellhead hookups? What sets you apart there?
We've developed a specialized team just for hookups. They're cross-trained on multiple wellhead systems, so whether it's a retrofit or a new installation, we can get production online faster and more reliably than before.
Excellent. Let's talk swabbing services. A lot of people don't realize how critical that is.
Exactly. We've expanded our swab rig fleet and integrated real-time data tracking. It allows us to monitor well conditions more accurately, which keeps wells flowing efficiently and reduces downtime for our clients.
Very smart. Now on to dirt work and site preparation. How have you scaled that?
We brought in GPS-guided grading equipment and a larger earthwork crew. That lets us prep pads and right-of-ways faster and to tighter tolerances, which clients really appreciate when schedules are tight.
Last on the list, welding and fabrication. What's B&B doing there that's different?
We've invested in training and certifications for HDPE and steel welding. Plus, we've added a mobile fabrication unit. That means we can handle custom builds on site instead of waiting on outside vendors, which keeps projects moving.
That's impressive. Growth and innovation across the board. It's a great example of how a company can scale while still staying true to its roots. that evolution from one truck to multi-million-dollar projects.
And it comes back to values: safety, reliability, and efficiency. That's how we operate every day.
AJ, something that really stands out about B&B's growth is that you're not only in oil field services anymore, you've stepped into residential and community projects. Can you tell us about that?
Absolutely. A big milestone for us has been taking on projects like the Lucky Acres Subdivision in Vernal, Utah. It's a residential development where we've been responsible for full site prep and utilities installation, roadways, sidewalks, retention ponds, sewer, water, storm drain systems, and coordinating with utility companies.
That's quite a shift from pipeline construction in the field to neighborhood infrastructure. What sparked that move?
We saw an opportunity. Our expertise in excavation, pipeline work, and large-scale project management translates perfectly into subdivisions and residential developments. And Lucky Acres Phase 2 was a chance to show that we can handle 7,500 plus feet of pipeline, service laterals, fire hydrants, and roadway infrastructure with the same safety and efficiency standards we're known for in oil and gas.
That's huge, especially with the specs I've seen on that project. What kind of innovations or processes have you brought from oil field work into residential?
Two big ones: coordination and scheduling. In oil field, downtime costs money. We applied that mindset to residential. Tight coordination with engineers, utility providers, and county officials. Standards of build quality. Our crews are used to pipelines rated for high pressure and complex terrain. That precision has given local developers confidence that everything we install, water mains, storm drains, even ADA ramps, is built to last.
It's exciting to see a company rooted in oil and gas apply its grit to shaping communities. Lucky Acres is proof that B&B's skill set has so much more reach.
Exactly. It's been a rewarding way to diversify while staying true to our values.
AJ, I know B&B isn't just building today. You're bidding on some pretty major projects right now. One in particular caught my attention, the ACSSD Spring Development Project. Can you tell us about that?
Absolutely. This is one of the largest projects we've gone after to date, valued around $6 to $7 million. It's for the Axtell Community Special Service District and involves installing over 30,000 feet of 6-inch HDPE culinary water transmission line and developing 2 spring sites up in Pole Canyon, Utah. The job spans across BLM, Utah Division of Wildlife Resources, and private lands, which adds complexity, but also opportunity.
That's no small undertaking. What makes B&B the right fit for this kind of job?
Honestly, it's our experience and readiness. We've already mobilized similar crews on the Lucky Acres Subdivision, and we've completed multiple multi-mile HDPE installs for clients like Middle Fork and Coda. We've also got some top-notch subs lined up, like CA Johnson Rock Processing for trenching, Hard Rock and ISCO Industries for poly supply. The entire plan is dialed in. We're ready to hit the ground running as soon as we get the award and notice to proceed.
What would winning this project mean for B&B?
It's about continuing to prove we can scale responsibly. Taking on a project like this pushes us operationally, but in a good way. It lets us show not just what we can build, but how we manage quality, compliance, and safety across a complex terrain. And more importantly, it helps us keep great crews working, which is a big part of how we retain talent.
I love that. You're not just chasing revenue, you're building a legacy of execution. We'll definitely be cheering you on with that bid. What does grit look like at B&B?
It's showing up no matter what: weather, terrain, deadlines. It's training crews, solving problems in the field, and standing behind our promise, on site, on time, every time.
That's why B&B's reputation is so strong. You live it. AJ, any advice for others building their own companies?
Take care of your people and never compromise on quality. The rest falls into place.
AJ, thank you for sharing your story. To everyone listening, if you need a partner in oilfield services who lives by safety, reliability, and efficiency, check out B&B Roustabout Inc. I'm Joe Carter, and this has been Build on Grit. Until next time, keep building, keep grinding, and keep